Hello, everybody. Yeah, last night was some fight. Well, there were a couple of big fights, but one that I've seen so far uh, earlier today, because I couldn't stay up, of course, for the to watch them live. Anyway, I watched this big upset that happened last night, which was when George Kambosos Jr. Beat Teofimo Lopez. And that was, wow, really a big surprise for me. Because if you have watched my last prediction video, then you will know that like many others, I believe most others predicted Teofimo to win, and perhaps even by a late stoppage. But yeah, I mean, Kambosos, he just fought a really good fight, almost perfect. And it wasn't like Teofimo was like had an off night because he did do well also, but not well enough. It's not easy to beat him, you know, at any time, obviously. But I don't know really what he lacked last night. There was something that, well, let's start. First and foremost, I believe what really won the fight for Kambosos was his clever counter punching. Yeah, he had some really. I mean, he was able to counter Lopez offense, and really negate some of his best offense by counter punching. Yeah, and that's how he also put him down in the first round, but with a really great counter uh, right, I believe it was. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if this is the first time Lopez has been down. Perhaps, maybe, yeah, quite possibly. So that too is a really great achievement, of course. And yeah, um, yeah. I mean, well, I knew that Kambosos was a tough guy, tough cookie, but I figured he will not be able to really like get to Teofimo that much, because. But I haven't really seen. I only had seen one of his fights before, and that was against Lee Selby, and he did get outboxed for, almost half the fight there. But he came on strong afterwards. So that shows, I guess, that Lee Selby could have done pretty well, maybe against Teofimo Lopez as well. But he was able to really make it close, a close fight. Yeah, when you are somebody that is a wins most often by knocking guys out, breaking them down like Teofimo does, then it's not easy when you face somebody that knows how to counter punch you, and who is so tough. And I guess that's what became too much for Teofimo Lopez last night. He did manage to score a knockdown also, but it was like more that he caught Kambosos when he was moving away. So that was like more about Kambosos being caught on the wrong foot. While that knockdown that Kambosos scored was really a pretty good. I mean, he did hurt Teofimo, obviously. Yeah. He just caught him with a perfect punch. Yeah. So now I don't know what will happen next, but people have been saying that Teofimo has been having some trouble making the weight. That he will be moving to 140 soon, but I don't know. Maybe now he will want to have a rematch because this is his first loss, of course. and he wasn't really very gracious in his loss. He didn't accept it. Maybe later he will when he after he watches it again, the tape. I mean, yeah, I kind of I'm a little happy. I mean, not little. I'm happy because to tell you the truth, I think he was too cocky after that Lomachenko fight. And as I said, I didn't think he won that fight even, but it was very even. And his father, no less, he was doing too much of that also. You know. And yeah, so I don't like such behavior in boxing, especially not from elderly guys who are supposed to be the mentors of their sons, and they are supposed to know better simply. And it's clear that Kambosos got under the skin of both Lopez guys, both Teofimo and his old man. Yeah, so I really congratulate with all my heart George Kambosos Jr. and I hope he will have a good reign. So now he's got three world titles all of a sudden, after having coming into this fight without a single title. So that must be a really overwhelming feeling. Yeah, who I really like to see Cambosos fight next. I don't know really. Well, you got of course Devin Haney who's fighting Joseph Diaz. I guess that's next weekend, and yeah, that would be a good match to fight the winner of that fight because that's also for uh, a world title if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the WBA or something that Haney holds. If Haney wins, I mean whoever wins, that would be. I would like to see that fight definitely. And as for Teofimo, well, he will go back to the drawing board and just try to figure out what he did wrong, and maybe he will move up to 140. I think there is a big chance because if it turns out this loss was partly because he was not feeling really comfortable in that at 135, then yeah, I think he will likely not seek revenge, but just move up. He knows what's best for him. I don't think that might have been one of part of why he lost, but that's not the only thing. But I believe he and his partisans will be claiming that oh no, he was just weight drain, such stuff, such nonsense. Yeah, I mean nobody can really take it when their favorite fighter loses, for the first time. It's really bad, hard to take. So yeah, yeah, that would be it, I guess. I mean, I also saw that Stephen Fulton beat Brandon Figueroa by a majority decision. And as you know, I said I was really divided. I wasn't really sure who to pick, but I thought that the safest choice would have been Figueroa. Well, I was wrong, simply because he's the bigger puncher. But when you have, but it seems it was a close fight because it was a majority decision. I haven't seen it yet, but I will hopefully soon. Alright, thank you for watching.